Hey, Nation, back with Bob Coppedge. Bob, I can still say Happy New Year because this is the first time we're talking.
Yeah, so back at you, dude.
All right. Hey, I've been in some meetings internally and with a client, and I was just on a call earlier today where the gentleman's like, I kind of want to up my game in 2021 in terms of my communications and so on. And just yesterday with another client in sort of the data center area, a little bit bigger segment of the technology space. I showed you off. We went to LinkedIn and I shared the screen and I was showing him the 1 to 2 minute. As I recall, it's almost a daily little ism that you put up there
every business day. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're consistent and it's digestible. I really like the short format. I'm kind of getting Zoom back, from sitting so much, right? So I like the shorter format, and I even recommended it to my client. So there's no love amongst thieves. But
absolutely.
In our rehearsal, you were telling me, well, you're upping your game, and it's additive. So what's the new secret sauce for you on 2021?
And you basically just hit it on the nose. We're sick and tired of Zoom meetings. We're tired of webinars. We're tired of that. I'm going to sit here and just listen to the great content you have, but for 30 minutes and then a little Q&A or 45 minutes or whatever, and then some Q&A and move on. What we've been doing is we do a monthly webinar, and we do what we call 30 by 30. And the 30 minutes is, yes, it's a presentation. Yes, it's from me. So it is horrible. No one wants to go through 30 minutes of this. But then instead of just doing Q&A, we literally just throw the mics open and we say, let's talk. Let's have an open discussion. Because if you stick with the Q&A format, that's just you're still that, speaking down to people, coming on high, all that. Whereas opening up to just open discussion, it's been some fantastic interaction going on between the attendees.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, and I've seen a variation of that some time back. It's been a while, but office hours. So you're kind of saying office hours, right? And I've seen a variation of that where they just come online. There's no deck. There's no agenda. You just open up the mics and it's office hours, and people just talk about whatever's on their mind. But no, that's worked very well. And I think, I think you're onto something now. How is it work? First of all, who's your audience? Because you are an MSP. Right. So who attends this 30 by 30?
So the 30 by 30s, by and large, our target audience, whoever attends is whoever attends. But our target audience is, we try to actually get to that sweet spot because we do both pure MSP, where we're the entire IT department, and then we also do a ton of co-MITs, co-managed IT services. Yeah. And we're about 50-50 in terms of our load. So we want to talk to the CEOs so that we could talk to them about either co-MITs or pure MSP, but essentially help of improving their internal IT processes. And then we also want to talk to the internal IT people, them more on the co-managed IT services. So there's a way you can thread both, where you talk about what are the benefits of IT and what are some of the techniques and strategies you can use to bring those benefits in. The internal IT person could go, oh, okay, I can do that and make my organization more successful. And the CEO can look at it and go, oh, my current people aren't doing that. I need someone to do that to make my organization more successful.
Yeah.
Same delivery. And like you're saying, with that 30-minute or however long a webinar goes, we're not going to teach a technician everything on the technical side, and we're also not going to teach the CEO everything. But we want to make enough available and enough conversation going on so they go, I want to move in that direction, or at least I want to look at it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'll end on this by analogy. It's also similar to what we call it live events. We used to do a bunch of them called Hallway 101, right? And so why do you fly to a city for a 3-day? It may be the lecture, it may not be the lecture, but more often than not, it's the Hallway 101 conversations. Yeah. And even out on the trade floor, right? People just want to go talk to the vendors. But yeah, that's, to some extent, that's what you're recreating. And I think when we reach herd immunity with the immunizations, I think you're going to see a revival, a renaissance of in-person events, right? People are ready.
Absolutely. And I think there's great messages or great methods for delivering the content. And to your point, when you were talking about the office hours and also the in-person events, I think it's great when the presentation starts the conversation. They
Yeah.
create that seed that says, let's talk about that. So there's a focal point, but then the magic happens when everybody afterwards go, boy, that was great. And I've got this to add. It's that
Yeah.
yes and that happens. That's where the magic is. And
Yeah.
that's where that's where it's fantastic.
Well, let's end on that magical note, my friend. We'll see you next month. Thanks for sticking with us in 2021. Keep it safe.
You too. Take care.
All right.